Welcome to the next video of a series, Tools of the Trade, in our advanced debugging course. So in this video we're going through a couple of tools which we'll be using throughout this course. First of the tool is Windbg. Windbg is a debugger which gets installed with the debugging tools for Windows, which we have done in our previous video. So Windbg will be mainly used for postmortem debugging, whether you can debug a kernel mode memory dumps or user mode dumps. Or it can be used to debug a live process. You can attach to a process running and debug that. So memory dumps are captured using two tools mainly. Um, using debug.io or task manager. So debug.io, again, we installed it using in our last video. So once we launch debug.io, you would get something like this. You have rules and processes tab. In this one you will go to the processes tab and you would see all the processes running. So we also configured our website in our previous video. So I have Buggy Bits application running and I have hosted it on port 8080. So I'm already running that website. So let's go to our website. Host 80. Okay, we have our Buggy Bits application running. Now let's come back to debug.io and make sure I just refreshed debug.io. You can go to view and refresh it or press F5 and find out a process called w3wp.exe. Okay, so I can just sort by process name and I will see something called w3wp.exe. So this is the process which we are concentrating on throughout this course. So w3wp.exe actually runs the IIS website. So it's a worker host process which runs our website. So the app pool I have, you will actually see the process identity here and the web application pool name Buggy Bits, which is what I've configured in my web Buggy Bits website. So when the process is hung or when the process is not responding, or you see that say one request to the page is taking say 10 or 20 seconds or 1 minute to come back, during that time we have to go and capture the dump. That is what we mainly call it hang dumps. You can just right click on this process and say create full user dump. So this will capture the memory dumps of w3wp.exe process. Memory dump contains all the objects, every request coming in, the processing, all these details, and it will be captured in this location in the logs miscellaneous folder. So you can simply click on this folder icon here and go to the miscellaneous folder and you would see our dumps here. So this is the dump which we have just captured. So the next in our step is, let's go to our slides. So using debug.io we have captured is, go to the process, right click and capture the create full user dump. The next is the same thing. This is just an alternate method where you can go to task manager and go to more details and go to the details tab and you should find w3wp.exe here and just right click and create dump file. So in this is also another method of creating dump files and it will be in your temp folder. So both are same, just that debug.io has an extra capability of capturing dumps. Debug.io has this dump we've captured, but I prefer debug.io for the reason that if a process, it will automatically capture the correct dump based on the bitness of the process. Okay, if we cannot install a tool like debug.io in your server, you can definitely go for task manager, but make sure that if your process is 32-bit, you need to open 32-bit task manager, so which would be in C, Windows, System, wow, 64, tasks manager.exe. So this is the task manager which you should use to capture 32-bit process dump, and you have to use the 64-bit task manager to capture 64-bit process dump. Otherwise, the WinDBG will not properly, show you the command output if the bitness is not correct. Okay, and also the same thing, bitness is there for WinDBG as well. So we have WinDBG 32-bit and WinDBG 64-bit. So make sure you use the correct bitness. If the process you are debugging is 64-bit, you should use 64-bit WinDBG, and if the process you're debugging is 32-bit process, you should use 32-bit WinDBG. Okay, so with that said, that we have captured dump. So how do you open a crash dump? Basically, you go to the dump file and then you can just do open crash dump, and we have it captured. Let's go to our folder, miscellaneous. So I'm gonna use the dumps captured using debugging.io and open this crash dump. So this is how it looks like when you open the crash dump. Okay, so we have it will tell you dump created using debug tag tool, and what is the path it can set. So basically this is which I have set. So something which first thing you will do before actually opening the dump is configuring the symbols. You can do it after opening the dump files also. So that is what your first command in WinDBG is going to be. Okay, so in order for you to debug process, it is important for you to configure symbol files. Symbol files will give extra information about um, the DLLs loaded and the methods present in the DLL, so that WinDBG can show which method we are actually, in the thread stack and all. So we will get to the details of a thread stack and other stuff, but what you can do is configure something like this. So we see, this is the path where the dump file will, the symbols will get downloaded from. So this is the Microsoft symbol server, where WinDBG will be using this symbol server to download symbol files, basically PDB files, for the DLLs it comes across, and it will download and cache it in this folder, public symbol files, this folder I created. So you can do this by going to symbol file path and just set this and set OK and say reload. Once you set this and you can say reload, it will automatically reload the symbol files. So the difference is, when you run a command, the first command is, this is the command, we'll go through the details. It will show you the stack of where that particular process at that point, or what it was doing at that point. Okay, so uh, if it is not able to find a PDB file for this kernel base or W3WP, it will not able to show you this function name. This is possible with the help of the PDB files it gets downloaded from this folder. Okay, so another command. So I have shown you a symbol file path here. You can actually set. You can also do this. You don't really have to do this. You can actually run another command called .symfix, which will automatically set this public symbol file path for you. Okay, so once it is set, if I go to my symbol file path, it'll show you a Savi start. Basically, it will automatically download from the symbol file server. Okay, so let's go to our next. So we have configured the sim path. So I would ask you to actually set it manually, or you can actually run using this command .sympath and give the symbol files like this. Okay, so let me copy this guy. You can actually run this in WinDBG. Okay, .sympath. Basically, you say srv star. Okay, and I'm going to set this basically srv star, then the caching folder, and then the symbol server. Okay, I have set the symbol files. Okay, and now let me do. Okay, it'll show you the same output, and if you go to the UI, you would actually get it. So you can, you can actually run .symfix, you can run .sympath, which is two commands, or you can simply come and set this thing. So we will, in the next video, we will go through how to actually start debugging, how to, what is the stack and other details. Okay, so this is what you will do with or configuring your initial tools. Okay, so I have also put a couple of references in the slides. The slide deck is available next to the video. You can actually watch this or go through the steps to recap what we've done in this video by referring to the slide deck. Thank you. Please go to the next video.